Hello and thanks for tuning in to my YouTube channel, Pickleball Pick Apart. My name is Rory and I take pickleball games off of YouTube and pick apart the play on the court. Watching my videos will help make you a better pickleball player. In this video, there are about a half dozen or more common costly mistakes that beginner pickleball players make. These are mistakes 2.5 level players and 3.0 level players make again and again and again. So if you want to improve as a pickleball player, you need to avoid making these mistakes. This game provides very teachable moments that will help make you a better pickleball player. Thanks to the YouTube channel KC Crew for posting this video. This game was at a tournament in Kansas City, Missouri. Let's go. Here are the players. In the near court, the guy in white, the guy in blue. In the far court, the guy in gray, and the woman in orange. Let's go. Too high. Usually that's what happens when the ball is hit that high. All right, let me stop it right here. If you notice what this gentleman did, he tried to put a lot of side spin on the ball. I see beginner players do that a lot, and what happens is it gets them in trouble because they hit the ball in the net, they hit the ball out, they hit the ball too high because they're concentrating on trying to put backspin on the ball. Now, against a lesser player, it will have an effect. Against a player who has a lot of experience, they can handle spin like this. So I would say, as a beginner, stay away from the spin. He hit a very good shot, but look what he does. He does not move up. He freezes right here in no man's land. If she would have gotten this over the net, he would not have been in position. So I don't know if you call it a mistake. I would stay away from the spin, but he did make a mistake by not moving forward. And here's another mistake as the woman hits it right into the net for an unforced error. And there's just a huge mistake that you just cannot make. If you hit your serve out, you give up every opportunity to score a point, and that's exactly what he did. You are just giving your opportunity to the opposition to now have an opportunity, and they did absolutely nothing to deserve it. And there you have it again. Two serves out of the court, which is just fatal. You just cannot do that and expect to win a lot of pickleball matches. Very, very beginner mistakes. Now, worse than hitting your serve out is hitting a return out, because what that does, it gives your opponent a point, and your opponent did absolutely nothing to deserve it. They simply served the ball to you, and you made the mistake of not hitting the ball into the court. I really believe that is the worst mistake a pickleball player can make. And there's another serve hit out of the court. So what have we seen in this match so far? We have seen 3 out of 4 serves hit out of the court, and we have seen a return hit out of the court. Very, very beginner 3.0, even 2.5 mistakes that you see all the time. If this were a 4.0 match or a 4.5 match or even a 3.5 match, players with that ability do not make this many mistakes in a row. It just does not happen. And I think that ball was in. He kept him back and was able to get the ball to hit the line. Very close to being out, but I'm pretty sure it was in. Yes, it was, as they have changed serves now. There he goes with that spin again. Look where he is. Look where he's playing. He's playing all the way back in the court. He did have an opportunity to move up. Now he's moving up because the ball was hit shallow. And he hit it right at the woman, and she could not get it back. And here is the key right here. Let me show you exactly where the opportunity was blown. Okay, here comes the ball. And as you can see, this guy is pretty much in position. He is totally out of position back here. The guy in gray should have kept the guy in blue back, but what does he do instead? He hits it to the guy that is more in position than his partner is. And he gets it right back now. She should have hit it back to him as well, but what does she do? She just hits it over the net, allowing him to move up and thus loses the point. You have to know where your opponents are in the court, and if they are out of position, you have to take advantage of that. The players in the far court did not do it on that point. And there again is the spin I'm talking about. Watch what the guy in gray tries to do. He tries to put backhand backspin on this ball. He makes another mistake in that he is moving forward when he hits the ball and his feet are not set. So watch for his feet not being set and watch for the backspin he tries to put on the ball. Moving forward, right into the net. Now that they've changed sides, let's see if they play a little bit better than they had previously. I'm assuming they will. Oh, not that time. An unforced error right into the net. Just can't pop the ball up like that. It's a no-no. You've got to keep the ball low. Basic Pickleball 101. Okay, now here's another instance in where you can get into trouble. It just so happens that the players in the far court, one is left-handed and one is right-handed. So when the ball is hit down the middle of the court, it will be to both of their forehands. So they've got to talk about it before the game starts and let each other know who is going to take a ball that is hit where this lady just hit the ball. They couldn't figure it out, so they just watched the ball go by.
We found out way before.
Stop! Don't do that. Here is just a mistake that you should never make. Let me go ahead and finish out the point, then I will back it up and show you something you should never do. Oh, great shot by the guy in gray, hitting it where the guy in white was not. But watch what this player does here. This is something I'm telling you, you never want to do this because you're going to get hurt. You're going to trip and you're going to hurt yourself. Here comes the lob. Watch how the guy in blue retrieves the lob. He runs backwards. Never do this. Never, ever do this. What you should do is pivot and run sideways or run forward. Never back up like this. You could fall back and hit your head. It happened to a friend of mine. He ended up in intensive care for 5 days and he lost his sense of taste and smell. So again, running backwards to retrieve a lob is a big no-no. All right, so what happened there? Pretty good job until he hit it into the net, but let's go back and see why he hit it into the net. It's very obvious. Watch right here. Here it comes. Look at his paddle position. Look what he is doing. His paddle position, he has hit the ball, and what is happening? His paddle is facing perpendicular straight down into the ground. And when that happens, about the only place the ball can go is directly into the net because he is hitting down. It's such an angle on the ball.
Lane got the ball he wanted.
It's just going to happen time and time again if he keeps his paddle in that position. Nope, too high. Yep, you just cannot hit the ball high in pickleball. It's a no-no. Just an unforced error. Hit it right into his put-away zone for him to win the point, but instead he hit it out of the court. Another unforced error. Right into the net.
3-5-4-0 division.
Running backwards again to retrieve a lob. Don't do it. And yet again, The guy in the blue just did what the guy in white did. Look at his paddle position. Look right here. Watch his paddle. His paddle goes down, and when it goes down, the ball goes, look at this, right into the net. Look at his paddle position right here. He's slamming it like he's swatting a fly, and it goes right into the net. He should have taken that shot with his backhand. And there's another point given to the team in the near court because the player in white could not get the return into the court. A free point for the players in the near court.
And the lobs are good lobs. They're all going in. Nice hands from Stacy.
Nice play here. Nice job. Just hit it too high. She was hanging in there for about 3 or 4 shots, and then she just popped it up. And when that happens, the majority of the time, you lose the point.
Yep, they're almost all caught up.
Kind of got stuck in no man's land, could not hit a third shot drop, could not reset the ball, could not move up, and could not put the ball in play when hitting it in the air. There's that spin again. And another unforced error right out of the court. And actually the video ended on this point. I don't know if it was the end of the game or not, but that was the end. So you've seen it. Now let me make my final comments. So there you have it. And let me say, I know I was very hard on these players, but the video does not lie. What you saw was what you saw. I wanted to make it very clear what they were doing incorrectly so you could learn from watching them play. In this game, there were 25 exchanges. Out of those exchanges, 17 of them ended in unforced errors. So unforced errors accounted for 68% of the points. So again, very common mistakes to stay away from. Hitting returns out of the court or into the net, thus giving your opponent a free point. Running backwards to chase down a lob, and staying at the service line or getting caught in no man's land. Improper paddle position, causing the ball to be hit down into the net. Moving forward with hitting a ball instead of having your feet set. Not being in a ready athletic stance. And finally, unforced error after unforced error. Now I know that's a lot to take in, but if you save this video and you go back and watch it from time to time, you'll be reminded of things not to do if you want to be a successful pickleball player. That's it from Pickleball Pick Apart. I really do appreciate you watching this video. If you learned something, I hope you take the time to like it, subscribe to my channel, and click the notification bell so you'll be notified when I post a new video. That's it. Again, my name is Rory. As always, thanks for watching, and see you on the court.